I'm often asked, what's the deal with Renaissance? I'm asked really a couple of questions in particular. One, well, how do you spell it? Everybody wants to know how to spell Renaissance. But the second thing is, hey, Pastor Tony, what's the deal with Renaissance as to what it has to do with your church? Renaissance is a fascinating concept. The word itself just means rebirth, means renewal, resurgence. A lot of our minds go to history when we think about the great Renaissance period of the 14th, 15th, 16th, even into the 17th century. A fascinating time. It was a time of the renewal of the arts, of classical learning and wisdom, great time of inventions. Hey, gunpowder was invented during that time. The mariner's compass was invented during that time. It's the Renaissance period. Resurgence in architecture, and of course in great art. But you know, one thing that's particularly important about the Renaissance period is that it followed one of the darkest times in the history of humanity. In fact, the Renaissance came on the heels of the great bubonic plague. It was called Black Plague. Did you know, in the early 1300s, almost 60 million people had died from Europe, from Africa to Asia, from a plague that was carried on the backs of rats and mice. Bubonic plague. People died, almost cities died. And so the Renaissance came with its new life, its new word, its new voice, its new thought, and life was beginning to be lived again. Well, as a believer in Jesus Christ, we celebrate the Renaissance every day. We celebrate the renewal that we've experienced when we came to Jesus Christ. When I come to my church here at Renaissance Church in Tallahassee, I just join with a bunch of people here in this community that just love Jesus Christ, and we all celebrate the second chances, the third chances, the new graces that we've all found in Jesus Christ. I would like to invite you to visit us. I'm Tony Laguerre. I pastor Renaissance Church. We are an Assemblies of God fellowship here in Tallahassee. We're one of, almost 320 churches in the greater Leon County. But one thing I'll tell you about our fellowship is we love Jesus Christ, and we want to do our very best to encourage people to come to know Him as well. Would you visit us sometime? We'd love to have you out here in the Buck Lake area, and we're just 4.5 miles from the Florida State University campus. It'd be a great pleasure to meet you personally. Chances are I'll be at the front door when you come. Thanks for joining us. Hope to see you soon.